Tonight, Alex Arthur and Craig Docherty go head-to-head in the most significant all-Scottish clash for over 30 years.
It's a fight everybody wants to see, and we were always going to clash at some point, I think.
I think it'll be a fantastic fight for the fans. I said that at the first press conference. I think they're the ones that are going to be the winners, you know.
They were friends and even sparring partners, but arguments have persisted as to who really is number one.
I think it's for the pride of Scotland. I think it's for who can walk tallest down either Princess Street or Argyle Street in Glasgow. There's a bit of kudos to being the champion of Scotland.
Arthur's the former amateur star, a precise, hurtful puncher with a flamboyant personality.
He's got a lot of strengths. He's got all the punches in the book. He mixes them up beautifully. He's a lovely mover. I'm a born winner and so is he, so somebody's got to give.
But questions persist regarding Arthur's temperament following that shocking defeat against Michael Gomez.
And Alex Arthur paid a very, very heavy price there for having a non-existent defence.
It was the greatest experience in my life. It's the best experience I've ever had. And I badly needed it, or I would have continually went the way I was going, you know, which was downward.
While no-nonsense Docherty always relishes a brawl.
This is where his heart and desire and boxing are getting him through.
He's a very good body puncher. He's got a fantastic chin, you know, and also a big heart.
But the Commonwealth King can be outboxed and has been vulnerable to cuts.
I'm going to fight the fight at a fast pace because I know Craig doesn't like it, and then he's got horrific cuts problems, you know, maybe the worst I've ever seen.
I don't really see it as a problem, you know, but if I do get cut, then I know what to do.
And with the pressure on, it's Arthur who's raised the stakes.
I said that if I would lose, then I would run through the streets of Edinburgh naked, you know.
Hope it's a warm day for him.
It's not going to happen, so nobody should be counting their chickens.
It's a thought, isn't it? But you know something, Glenn, he's going to need something to cover his embarrassment if he does lose again in this same stadium where he lost so famously to Gomez.
You know, if he lost, he certainly want to hide away, because that would be an absolute disaster for Alex Arthur. He is a young man that's really groomed for stardom, that has everything, and I think it's only his temperament. Only Alex Arthur will beat Alex Arthur because he's got star quality written all over him.
But Barry, do you take the point? You know, he has still got it all to prove to us, hasn't he?
Yes, he's got to come back. He's got to prove to us that he's overcome that Gomez defeat. That was a shattering defeat. He's yet to prove us that he's got it all together. He's been working with Jimmy McDonald. He's got to show that he can box, he can fight on the inside, and that he can come through a gritty situation which he hasn't had to deal with yet. And that's what's in front of us tonight.
What about Docherty, though? He is the man in this fight who's coming off a defeat, Barry. How significant could that be?
He lost to Sinitsyn, and he showed really that he didn't have the pace or the quality just to fight at the top level, even at European level. We think that Arthur does have, but he's got to prove it. And what this guy has, he's got the ability to come through a gritty situation, cut against a number of opponents, and yet pulled it out of the bag. This is a great fight. This is a really good fight, and Alex Arthur has to prove to us that he's got the quality to deal with a tough fight, and this is going to be a difficult one.
Ed Robinson mentioned it. You have to go back a long way to the last time a fight between two Scotsmen captured the public imagination quite like this one. In fact, 32 years. Edinburgh's Ken Buchanan and Glasgow's Jim Watt. These two have been rivals for years, but Watt finally got Buchanan, the brilliant former world lightweight champion, into the ring for the British title at the St Andrews Sporting Club, Glasgow. Watt would go on to greater things, of course, and became a world champion himself, but Buchanan was the winner on the night, on points, over 15 rounds. Marvellous memories. They are both with us tonight, and I must say that they both look a lot better tonight than they did after that 15 rounds on that occasion. Ed Robinson is with them.
Well, Ken, do you have happy memories of your meeting with Jim Watt?
Yeah, happy memories and bad memories. Like, the bad ones were he kept on hitting me, and the good one was when I got the belt around my waist to keep.
Jim, are there similarities between your fight and this fight here this evening?
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, if Alex Arthur wins tonight, then the Lonsdale belt's his own property, and the Lonsdale belt is worth everything you do in boxing. It's the best trophy in boxing, and I'm sure that'll be foremost in his mind when they box tonight. As well, obviously, as the bragging rights have been the best in Scotland, not just Britain, the best in Scotland will mean something to them as well. I'm expecting a great fight tonight.
Of course, Ken won that encounter and he's from Edinburgh. Do you think Alex Arthur will win tonight?
Oh yeah, my money's on Alec. Like, and I think he's just that wee bit stronger and he's got that wee bit more experience. And I think at the end of the day, he's going to come out tops.
But don't write off the Glasgow man.
No, you can't. You have to remember, Alex Arthur, although he's the favourite, he's in a transitional period. He's between two styles, and I don't think he's really got the second style down pat. So this could be a good time for Docherty to defend, probably the best time. But I would still say Arthur is the favourite.
Thank you, gentlemen.
In every sense for British boxing, this is a big night, and despite reports to the contrary, we have a very big crowd here at the Meadowbank Stadium complex in Edinburgh, fitting the occasion. Jim will join Adam Smith for commentary. Our MC here is Michael Pass.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the big one. Making his entrance to the ring now from Glasgow, Craig Docherty.
Terrific atmosphere. The underdog, who's always had to tread the heavy road, but who remains convinced he can create the upset and establish himself as his country's leading super featherweight. Glasgow's Craig Docherty, the tough, rugged Commonwealth champion, entering the bear pit, taboos all around him. Just as Michael Gomez did a year and a half ago, few gave Gomez the chance of derailing Alex Arthur, which he did. Few give Docherty the same hope. But Jim, can he put it off to give your city the spoils?
Yeah, he has an excellent chance. We can't say he's favourite, especially since the fight was switched through to Edinburgh. But Craig has probably had more gruelling fights than Alex Arthur has had, and a couple of times he's had to really dig in hard to turn fights round in his favour, and he's managed to do that. So you have to give him a chance with anybody at this level. Not the favourite, but a great chance.
Alex Arthur's intriguing professional career reaching boiling point, leaving his dressing room, 4.5 years a pro. This is vital.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting from Edinburgh, amazing Alex Arthur.
Just listen to the difference. Is their hero in Edinburgh. At 26, he arrives at the crossroads, a sparkling amateur whose path was paved with gold until that shattering setback to Michael Gomez. 3 comfortable victories to reinstall belief. Can he become a major force? Promoter Frank Warren fought and paid and got home advantage. Even Michael Gomez is here. As interested a spectator as anyone, can Arthur now, Jim, deliver the goods?
Well, he'll have to. He's put himself on the line. He's told everyone, if I lose tonight, I'm going to walk naked down Princess Street. A little bit of pedology there. But, I mean, they say boxing at home is an advantage, which it is, but it also brings its own pressures. And against Gomez in this very arena, Arthur didn't cope too well with that pressure. I wonder how it'll be tonight.
Michael Gomez picked Arthur before the weigh-in, but is now not sure. Thinks Arthur's tight at 9'4". They're both just inside the scheduled weight there. Only a year between them. Bit of height and reach to Arthur. They're real contemporaries, these two. Docherty turned pro just before, but 21 to 20 fights. But look at the power of Arthur. Could that be a decisive factor? Really fascinating.
Ladies and gentlemen, prior to the introductions, performing the Flower of Scotland, from the Bucclivie Symphony Orchestra, the wonderful, unique voice of Mr. Davy Haggerty.
Come on, Scotland, give us a hand here. Oh, Flower of Scotland, when will we see you like again? we met hell and men and stood against him. Credit was on me and sent him homewards to think again. Those days have passed now, and in the past they must be made. But we will still rise now and be a nation again and stood against him. Credit books on me and sent him homewards to think again. Good luck, lads.
Ladies and gentlemen, Davy Haggerty. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, welcome to the Meadowbank Sports Centre here in Edinburgh. Tonight, Frank Warren's Sports Network on the internet with www.frankwarren.tv, 3 and the Edinburgh Evening News proudly present 12 3-minute rounds of boxing for the Commonwealth and vacant British Super Featherweight Championships. Welcome to you, the viewers, watching live and exclusively on Sky Sports Friday Fight Night. The officials have been appointed by the Commonwealth Council and the British Boxing Board of Control. Representative for the Commonwealth Council at ringside is Mr. Eric Armitt. British Boxing Board of Control steward in charge, Mr. Bernard Connolly. And so on to the boxers themselves. Introducing to you firstly, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white coloured shorts trimmed with blue. At the weigh-in yesterday, he scaled 9 stones, 3 pounds, 4 ounces. He has an excellent record consisting of 21 contests, 18 wins. 8 of those wins coming by way of knockout, only 2 defeats and 1 draw. He comes to the ring this evening as the current Super Featherweight Champion of the Commonwealth, presenting from Glasgow, Craig Docherty.
Come on, Craig! Come on, Craig!
And opposing him, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing his familiar brown-coloured trunks trimmed with gold and silver. At the weigh-in yesterday, he scaled 9 stones, 3 pounds, 12 ounces. He also has an excellent record, 20 contests, 19 wins, 16 of those wins coming by way of knockout with only the 1 defeat. He comes to the ring this evening as the former Super Featherweight Champion of Great Britain, presenting from Edinburgh, amazing Alex Arthur. Timekeeper at the bell, Mr. Ricky Gilmore from Glasgow. And a warm Scottish welcome, please, for the star referee in charge of the action, Mr. Richie Davies from All Hallows, Kent. 12 rounds of championship boxing.
You've both had your instructions in the dress rooms. Give me a good, clean contest. Behave yourselves. Do as you're told. God bless you both. Shake hands.
The 2 leading Scottish super featherweights from the 2 big cities for 2 significant titles. Contrasting characters, stylistically different. Friends outside the ring, rivals inside. A fabulous fight in the offing to test pride, skills and ambitions. It's one of those eagerly awaited domestic dust-ups in a fight called the biggest here since you, Jim, fought Ken Buchanan 32 years ago. About time to have another match.
Yeah, and I think it's fair comment. I think it is an excellent match. I would expect Docherty to want to make an early impression. Arthur is naturally confident. I think Craig has to go and find his, so he'll be looking for a good brisk start.
Back to the rafters here in the Meadowbank Centre in Edinburgh as Craig Docherty, the visitor, applies the pressure.
Well, already he's found the body shots that he's famous for up here. Good left hook, yep, he's finding the target. Arthur has tightened his defences, but Docherty is still finding some early punches.
Arthur a 6-1 on favourite, 7-2 against Craig Docherty. But Docherty really fancies that he can cause the upset, again going to the Arthur body.
I think that's a good plan, because I'm surprised that Arthur is still at 9 stone 4. I thought he would have stepped up to lightweight long ago, but he's still here. But he must be having trouble doing the weight. So I think body attacks would be a good plan for Docherty. He looks the more positive in the early stages here.
There's the jab, though, of the former Commonwealth Games gold medalist Alex Arthur, much the better amateur of the two. He believes Docherty knows that he can't beat him. A mental battle, maybe.
Well, an excellent start to the fight anyway. Good solid punches straight away. I thought that one shook Docherty slightly, but handled it well. Still trying the body shots.
Enthralling opening round, tipping one way and the other. Both trying to get a foothold. Right hand from Arthur, using his speed and movement.
So you can't underestimate Docherty's boxing either. I mean, you can come in behind the jab, but you have to say Arthur's jab is better at the moment, whereas Docherty has had the better of things up close.
Driving right hand, uppercut and left hook to the body from Alex Arthur. Flashy combination.
Well, a good old pro trick from Arthur, trying to finish the round strongly. But an excellent opening round.
Terrific start.
Buy a Coke and you can win a player worth $250,000 for your club.
Well, if the opening 3 minutes are anything to go by, we are in for a treat.
Yeah, that was excellent. I thought in the early part of the fight, Docherty had the better of things. His variety was better throughout the round than Arthur's. Arthur used the jab well, finished the round strongly. But for me, I thought Docherty's variety and his work rate early just nicked him the round.
Second round, the vacant British title on the line and Craig Docherty's Commonwealth belt. The Glaswegian, who's 25 in the white trunks with the blue sides and the brown of Alex Arthur, a year older.
Nice right hand lead from Docherty there. Arthur quite happy with this pace. He's a good, thoughtful boxer. Good at long range. He'll be happy with this.
Many believe Arthur is the better technician and the bigger puncher. But Docherty has a terrific chin, never been down in his life, although he too was stopped by Michael Gomez.
Arthur's using the ring well, circling. Docherty has to get his feet a little bit closer before he lets the punches go. He's reaching a little bit, and against an excellent counter puncher, he could be punished for that.
Michael Gomez on his feet at ringside, cheering Craig Docherty on tonight. The man he beat in this very round when Docherty's tactics were all wrong. More sensible start from him though here.
Yep, he's very controlled. Arthur, I think, is the one who has to raise the pace a little bit. He's trying to steal a couple of early rounds with the jab. But Docherty's looking a little bit busy. He's a bit more adventurous. He's trying the body shots.
Arthur is as well, opening up to the ribs. A wry smile from Docherty. This is warming up.
I would say Docherty is the one who has to raise the tempo here. This pace suits Alex Arthur, although for me he hasn't really found his rhythm yet.
He turned southpaw there, Alex Arthur. Not seen that before. Back to orthodox. It's Docherty on the march forward, closing down the range, backing Arthur up.
Again, he's the one who looks in the driving seat, and I think that makes the difference in close rounds where you want to sway one way or the other. Arthur's missing, he has not found his early rhythm. I think Docherty is the one who settled into this fight that little bit quicker.
Body shot from Docherty, defence from Arthur. Good fighters inside that ring.
Yep, I don't think Arthur has found his rhythm. That was a decent right hand, not full power behind it. Trying the uppercut now, a bit more adventure there from him.
Sky Sports Summer of Cricket gets underway with a new season of the Talksport League. The 2020 Cup is back for more hit and run action. And the Aussies are coming. International 2020 England v Australia. The NatWest Series 10 one-day internationals. England, Australia and Bangladesh. The NatWest Challenge 3 more one-dayers against the Aussies. A non-stop summer of cricket. Coming soon on Sky Sports.
It's frustrating already, that's why I give it all that. You just stick to your job, keep your defence tight, keep doing what you're doing, keep sinking the body shots in.
Jim McDonnell in the corner. He's trying to tighten up Arthur's defence and turn him into an even better boxer.
Yeah, but I don't think there was too much wrong with the original Alex Arthur. I just think he needed his chin down a little bit and his hands up. That was all, no major changes. But I think they've made major changes, and I don't think he's settled down to that style yet. I think the referee just wants the cameras back a little bit. But I think a bit more of the old Alex Arthur is going to be needed here to get this fellow under control, because Docherty is really fired up.
Positive start from Craig Docherty, who's coming off that European title loss to Boris Sinitsyn, which he said was a real learning fight, and he feels more comfortable having gone through it. Arthur trying to open up.
Well, I thought Arthur would have been the one who wanted to be the boss coming forward, but that's not the case. I don't know if this is the plan he had in mind when he came into the ring tonight. I hope it's not, because it's not working. He's been backed up.
Docherty seemingly confident to be in control. Well, they're demons inside the head still of Alex Arthur.
That's better from Arthur. I think at times Arthur is trying to be too neat and tidy. This is going to be a hard match, and you have to treat it in a hard fashion. He needs a little bit more grit in his work, I think. He's just a little bit too low-key. I think they're going to have a strict work here. Yeah, that was intentional, and it was blatant.
Shoulder in, Richie Davis, no-nonsense referee, doesn't want to see that again. Take that as a stern warning for Craig Docherty. Just out of range with his jab there, Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur's the one who seems to be struggling. He hasn't settled into this yet. I don't know what's wrong with him, but the confident talk that we've been getting, this is better with the jab. But I think his problem is he's trying to do it with the jab. And if you want to do it with the jab, then you have to snap it out, not just pop it out. Certainly moving around better here. But I thought Arthur would have been trying to impose himself on Docherty, but we haven't seen any signs of that so far.
Docherty looking stubborn. Very strong-willed. Got cut very early in a Commonwealth title fight against Abdul Malik Jabir and managed to work his way home from that. He's a tough customer.
Well, it's really warming up now. Arthur has no choice. He's been trying to do it neat and tidy, but Docherty not allowing that, so he's having to fight back. This is good action.
Dragging Alex Arthur into this. Fire meets fire in this Scottish dust-up. Living up to all expectations.
I would say that's the closest round of the fight so far. Tough one to score.
AC/DC's Family Jewels. For the first time, the definitive story of AC/DC on DVD.
Dynamite!
40 classic videos, live clips and rare TV appearances. Over 2.5 hours of explosive footage, including Back in Black, Thunderstruck and a Whole Lot of Rosie. AC/DC's Family Jewels are now on display on double DVD.
Craig Docherty back with his old trainer, Chris McAdam, for this one. Feels fresher. Left John McDermott.
Yeah, that was the shoulder. I mean, that was blatant there. Bang out of order, but we have a top-class referee who will stand for no nonsense, and he made that known between rounds as well.
Here's the 4th round. Remember the brown boots and brown trunks of Alex Arthur. He's dropped Amazing, the nickname. Wants to be more conservative, media-friendly against the more hard-nosed Craig Docherty, but it's nip and tuck, Jim. Difficult one to score this is going to be.
Yeah, but the fact that Alex Arthur seems to want to counter-punch is a big plus for Docherty. I thought Arthur would want to impose himself, drive Docherty back, but it's quite the opposite. He wants some neat and tidy boxing, and he's been outworked here at the start of the 4th round. He's coming back with good counter-punches, but he has to take the initiative if he wants to get a foothold here.
Left to the body was a meaty-looking shot from Arthur, but Docherty just seems to have a will about him that he's not refusing to take a backward step.
I just wondered, that was the kind of punch that can slice an eye open. I just saw a little red patch as the punch landed, but thankfully enough, there it goes again. See, good, accurate punches from Arthur. You can see the quality, the class is there. He just wants to raise the pace a little bit. Blood coming from the nose as well. See, definitely the better quality punches in this round coming from Alex Arthur.
Will he slash open? Craig Docherty, Alex Arthur. He's so vulnerable to cuts. Working the body. This is really good from Alex Arthur. Looked $1 million there.
Yeah, well, he just raises the pace and takes the play away. Docherty must come forward. He wants to dictate the pace, but when Arthur took it away from him, then you could see the difference.
Crowd really rallying as Alex Arthur starts to come on very, very strong here in the 4th. A big turnaround, and Docherty looks phased.
It's a bad nosebleed too, which is going to interfere with his breathing. If he starts dropping his mouth open to breathe, that could cause problems. But this is a good round for Arthur. I think he needed it.
Blood really flowing from that nose of Craig Docherty. Looks extremely painful. Is it broken?
Well, I tell you, they were good, solid, perfect punches that caused the damage. The swelling in the eye, the cutting in the nose. This really is a cracker.
Sensational stuff here in the 4th round. Toe-to-toe. It is living up to the pre-fight hype. What a fight. Just listen to the crowd. Benny King, expert cuts Englishman goes to work. Bad round for him.
It was. Well, it took Alex Arthur a couple of... See, these punches sicken an opponent right up through the middle, bang onto the nose, and the body shots to follow. These can dent the confidence, just when Docherty was beginning to find his confidence. Well, Alex Arthur took a couple of rounds to find his rhythm, but he certainly found it in that round. That was quality stuff, real quality, solid punches. Docherty struggling, he has to come back from this.
Almost 8 seconds.
See, we saw the variety in that of what was lacking in the earlier rounds.
You can hardly hear yourself think here at the Meadowbank Sports Centre in Edinburgh. Home advantage for Alex Arthur after a savage promotional bidding war for the fight. Firstly, Docherty's team won it, but eventually went back to purse bids, and Frank Warren got it for Alex Arthur. And he has finally got himself into this with that terrific 4th round.
See, Docherty has to change the tempo, has to find a way to pressurise Alex Arthur. Not saying it's an easy job, but standing off at long range, he's going to be picked off all night. We know Arthur is the better long-range boxer. Docherty has to turn this into a war. Single punches are no good. Arthur will win the battle of single punches at long range.
Back to his jab after 2. Oh, left hook to the body. Shots to the ribs. The answer here for both men.
Now this is a time when Docherty must really launch a real attack to try and turn the tide. He's not doing that. He's still trying to pick his way in. I think those punches have dented his confidence.
It's the round when it all fell apart for Alex Arthur, decked 3 times by Michael Gomez. Career to a shuddering halt, but he's done well to work his way back, and he's settling into this.
See, I think Docherty's been hurt, and now part of his brain is thinking about the punches coming his way. The referee just getting the road. Good bit of refereeing, that can happen, of course. Yeah, I think those hurtful punches have just dented that confidence, and he's thinking too much about what's coming his way, not initiating enough solid attacks. See, he's still picking at long range with half-hearted jabs. He's going to get murdered at long range here.
Will the doubt start to spring into Craig Docherty's makeup? They've sparred together before, but he didn't have the same success with Alex Arthur in the amateurs. Does he really believe he can beat him in the professional ranks?
See, Arthur is really boxing well now, finishing an attack with the left hook or the left hand to the body. Just beginning to look the complete article now.
Still Docherty fires back, and they open up again and trade, much to the delight of the crowd here, who are loving every single minute of this.
See, you can see the work that's been done in Alex Arthur's temperament. He didn't react to that, kept his cool. This is really good stuff.
Buy a Coke. And you can win a player worth $250,000 for your club.
This year, it's about first impressions.
Dad, this is Simon.
It's about being yourself.
We taught our girls to see only people, not color.
Where is he? Oh my God, are we being audited?
It's about just getting along. Now you get in. Guess who?
Don't know what you're doing, you're boxing well. He's going to hang in there for another couple of rounds. Hang back easy, yeah? Well, listen, the little left uppercut when you get inside, yeah? Yeah, when you're at long range, look for the long fast jab, yeah? And then look to throw the little crosses and spin out. Now that beautiful one.
Drink us.
Now it's that beautiful.
Drink it.
Tactics from Jim McDonald.
Yeah, well, leave well alone. I think that's the main advice he got. This is still going to go a few rounds yet. So boxing well, just nothing silly.
They believe that the nose has become a problem, that he can't breathe as well, Craig Docherty. Benny King's been doing a good job on the damage. Not as relaxed now, the Glaswegian.
Docherty's been outboxed at long range. He wants to be throwing 3 and 4 punches at a time, especially body shots. It's no good just standing off and trying to outthink Arthur. That's not going to happen.
Just ups the levels, the gears, the tempo at times, Arthur.
See Arthur sending the punches out in threes. The first 2 might miss, but the third one's landing. And that's not a bad average, whereas Docherty's just trying to do it with single punches. This is good stuff from Arthur now. Jab working a treat.
Beautiful use of that shot from the terrific amateur who won 3 senior Scottish ABA titles and has won 19 of 20 pro outings. He's been treated like a star, bar the Gomez blunder.
Yeah, and I think that, I mean, he got Michael Gomez in a special night. See, every time that right hand lands cleanly, you can see it's got Docherty in trouble. Docherty's defences are dropping. He's showing too much target as he comes forward.
Still throwing hooks competitively, Craig Docherty willing himself on. They've trained so hard for this. 18 weeks in total with the change of dates.
See, that's it again, a 3-punch combination, which you're not really seeing from Docherty. Docherty really needs to raise the tempo, really have a drive at this. But it's easy sitting here saying that. Arthur is really boxing well now, found his rhythm now.
Right hand from Docherty, but better from Arthur. They're really enjoying this. And I wonder if Ken Buchanan is with Ed Robinson.
Well, Ken, has Alex found his rhythm now?
Oh, definitely. He seems to have found it now. He was struggling after the first 2 rounds. I thought to myself, like, you know, is the weight telling on him, or is Docherty just to be too strong? But now I think he's finding he's got his distance, and he's now throwing punches and landing with them. Whereas before, earlier on, he was missing with them.
Do you think the nose injury is worrying Docherty? Maybe it's affecting his breathing?
Oh, definitely, because you see the number of times he's spitting out blood all the time. He must be he is affected with that nose. That injury, he's not breathing, he's as well as we'd like to be.
What can Docherty do now?
Pray. Thanks, Ken.
Pray, says your old nemesis, Ken Buchanan. I'll tell you what, Jim, are you enjoying watching this more than you did fighting Ken all those years ago?
I enjoy watching any fight as opposed to being in it, Adam. But this is good stuff, it's every bit as good. There's never been a lull in the action, there's no clinching. Richie Davis has handled it well, but hasn't had too much to do.
What next? Second half of a frenetic, exciting British and Commonwealth super featherweight title matchup. We hoped it would end up being like this. Arthur, after a slow start, seemingly gaining the upper hand now.
He's pushing Docherty back to the ropes now. To be effective, Docherty has to be coming forward. Really, he's being punished here now. This is excellent stuff from Arthur.
Right hands floating in from Alex Arthur. That was one of the punches Jim McDonnell wanted to see him land. And he's connecting.
Couple of signs that Docherty's losing his way. He didn't even bother getting his hands up under that attack. Little lapses in concentration. These are signs that not liking too much what's going on in there.
Arthur looking stronger, whipping in the left hook to those ribs of Docherty again, and just wilting there.
This is the biggest round of the fight so far. You can really see Alex Arthur putting a dent in Craig Docherty in this round. I mean, we know the heart that Docherty has, we know he won't quit, but you really can see doubts coming into his mind now.
Yeah, granite chin, but he's under some storm here. Craig Docherty. It's a big, big round for Alex Arthur.
After showing he's got other stuff in his arsenal, he doesn't just have to be clever at long range. I think he's shown everything. That's a good left hook from Arthur.
And the body shot again. Look at the accuracy from Alex Arthur. And is the end nigh for Craig Docherty?
See, Docherty doesn't have an answer. He doesn't really have the one-punch power to turn this type of fight around. Things are really looking bleak. Another good right hand from Arthur.
Body shots, uppercuts.
Nothing coming back from Docherty.
10 seconds left in the 7th. Docherty threw a right hook there, and another one. Unbelievable here. Arthur piles on the pressure, and British boxing is enjoying a right old cracker.
You can't expect Docherty to come back from this. That's taken everything out of him.
Come on. You're not having a go. Come on, you're not going to get man. You can turn this release, fuck. He's a big round. Come on, one more round.
They're trying to get him G'd up in there. Has he anything left in the tank?
Don't think so. The only thing you can tell a fighter in this situation is he feels worse than you do. But how do you convince Craig Docherty when you look at the punches he's taken here? Alex Arthur really showed his class in that round. He took his time in getting started. He found the range, then brought out the tools and really got to work in Craig Docherty. But that was a magnificent round for both men, but obviously particularly for Arthur, who controlled most of it. Look at the action here, digging those shots in, head and body. And at this stage, you could see Docherty had no answer to what was coming his way, body and head.
Fascinating fight, electric atmosphere. Craig Docherty with another drive. Is it a last-ditch effort to unsettle Alex Arthur?
Well, I think it's just got to be caution to the wind for Docherty. Get his body weight forward, try and drive this man back, because if he boxes in the back foot for another round, he'll have nothing left. Everything really turned Arthur's way.
Crisp shots from Alex Arthur tonight. Polished accuracy. But the heart of Craig Docherty is oh so big.
His head caught Arthur in the chin, but it was definitely accidental. The referee realises that. Arthur looking so strong and so positive now.
Right hand again, cracks home, blood to the lip as well as the nose for Docherty. Oh, right hand, look to sickener.
Obviously, when you're tiring, the punches have more of an effect. There's a tired look about Docherty now.
This is the round where Craig Docherty won the Commonwealth belt against Dean Piffy, but he's having to suck it all up here now against a fired-up Alex Arthur. Technically, look at this. Backs in the corner. Richie Davis maybe taking a closer look.
And Arthur knows the punches that are coming back don't have any snap, so he can be more adventurous now, step right in with his punches, and that's what he's doing.
Only 8 inside distance wins for Docherty, double for Arthur. He's feeling the power between them in there, you would sense.
Just looking so formidable at the moment, Alex Arthur, really in charge, doing pretty much as he pleases. This is an excellent exhibition of boxing from Arthur.
Another right hand, 7th or 8th time that's landed flush.
Well, Docherty's showing tremendous courage, but not showing any signs he can get himself back into this.
Saved by the bell again, Craig Docherty.
Good round. Good round, come on. Good round, son. Come on, good round. Use your jab now, you beat him. You must do your jab, move your head. Good round, come on. That was a good round, kid. That fucking jab.
Is there anything there? Is he listening to them?
Just keep
I mean, his heart's there. Hear what they're saying.
Boxing, how you feel? Good, aye, good. Boxing marvellous.
Boxing lovely.
Everything you're doing is good. Everything you're doing is good. The body shot is beautiful, and the little short shots inside.
Yeah, well, that's the story. One corner been fired up, the other one saying just keep doing as you're doing. But Arthur really doing pretty much as he pleases here. They're trying to work some psychology in Craig Docherty here in the corner, but I don't think that the heart's there. I don't think the physical is.
Keep bending your legs, keep missing, enjoy yourselves.
Richie Davis had a good look at Craig Docherty before he came out to battle in the 9th. 8 pulsating rounds so far for the British and Commonwealth 9 stone 4 belts. Has Arthur got on top enough to grind out the stoppage win now? How about the commitment, Jim?
Well, this is tremendous. Every bit as good as we hoped it would be. But
let's come to the ball. And Docherty's down for the first time in his life. 4, 5. I don't know whether he's going to make it. 7, 8, 9. Knocked out. Round 9. Alex Arthur wins the Scottish Showdown. He regains his British title. There's Fiancé Debbie. There's Michael Gomez. Maybe he'll be next. But it's Alex Arthur's night. He wins the Lonsdale belt for keeps, captures the Commonwealth crown, and the Arthur family are celebrating tonight.
Yeah, that was a wonderful performance. Fought his way from first round to the ending there. Just took a couple of rounds to find his rhythm. But full credit to this fellow. He hung around a couple of rounds longer than a lot of men would. And then we're talking about Michael Gomez talking about a return. I think that the varnish has gone off that since Gomez lost in 5 rounds last time out. But they may get it together again, why not?
100%. They touch gloves. Wow, Michael Gomez really should. And Alex Arthur enjoy this night. And Craig Docherty, credit to him too. What a terrific fight.
Yeah, man, you couldn't have asked any more of Craig Docherty, but he knows tonight he was beaten by a better man. He has no complaints, you can see that there. You always feel sorry for the loser in a fight like this, but no question, Alex Arthur proved he's the man to take himself forward onto higher honours.
Friends all over again. Wonderful to see the two of them. Docherty with a good start. Arthur maybe just too good a fighter.
Yeah, just in every department. We knew he was a better boxer. We knew he was a stronger one-punch hitter as well. But things turned away from Docherty. But full credit, he hung in there, as I say, a couple of rounds longer than a lot of people would have. But that's the sickener. At that stage in the fight, when you have absolutely nothing left, and you get caught in the ribs like that, the uppercut, which is a sickener, then bang, round the side, just took everything away from him. Thought about trying to fight back, but it just wasn't there. With full credit, we could not have asked any more from Craig Docherty. But tremendous fight, tremendous performance from Arthur. See, that's just what you don't need at that stage in a fight, when you've very little left. That just takes everything out.
entertaining throughout. The comeback win for Alex Arthur reignites the fire to his career. And well done to Craig Docherty too. Plenty of pride in there. Great stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 46 seconds of round number 9, referee Richie Davies has reached the count of 10. Your winner by way of knockout, and he is the new super featherweight champion of Great Britain and the Commonwealth from Edinburgh. Amazing, Alex Arthur. Your appreciation, please, for a fine ex-champion, Glasgow's Craig Docherty. On behalf of the Commonwealth Council and the British Boxing Board of Control, Mr. Burton Connolly and Eric Armitt will now present the championship belts to the winner, Alex Arthur.
The Commonwealth belt over his shoulder, the Lonsdale belt around his waist, and to keep tonight. But surely even more than the belts, which means so much to this fighter. Surely tonight Alex Arthur will believe he has made a big breakthrough in his career. And they're back in love with him in Edinburgh, and we'll be back surely for some more Arthur nights. Edinburgh salutes their hero, but Edinburgh's welterweight hope also in action here tonight, Gary Young. He's still to come against Viktor Baronov. And also, we'll check the progress of another exciting prospect, Kevin Mitchell, on the bill here tonight at super featherweight, looking for his 13th straight win against Frederick Bonifay. All that's still to come. But let's hear from both these boys who've given us a thriller.
Well, a terrific fight. Are you friends again now?
Oh, most definitely. Me and Craig were always friends. You know, I hate to disappoint anybody that thought we were bitter rivals for opposite sides of the country, but me and Craig have been very, very good mates since we were 16 years old on the national junior team together, and long will it continue.
Craig, was Alex simply the better man tonight?
He was. I thought I was getting on top, but he broke my nose dead early, and I kept swallowing blood, and I can't even breathe, you know, and he just kept coming on stronger. I think for about maybe around 4 on, I was fighting through a haze. You know what I mean? And it just kept coming, and I couldn't do much. I tried my heart out, and it finished me shot. Finished me with a body punch. I just couldn't breathe. That was me, you know. I take my hat off to him. He's some fighter, and I think he can go on to great things.
How satisfying was that win, Alex, and how brave was Craig?
Oh, well, I mean, it's obviously the best win in my career. Craig's, I would say now, the best fighter I've ever fought, hands down, you know. And
not Michael Gomez at ringside. You had some words with him afterwards.
No, I think Craig's got more consistency than Michael Gomez, more longevity than Michael Gomez, and I personally think he's got a bigger heart. The way that he fought tonight, and it was unbelievable, you know. The guy has just got so much heart, and I said there in the ring, I wish I could borrow it for future fights, you know, along with mine.
And how does it feel to win the Lonsdale belt for keeps now?
Well, it's fantastic, obviously, you know, absolutely brilliant, you know, and it was really, I mean, something that I wanted to achieve all my life, you know, was win a Lonsdale belt, you know, and I done it tonight, you know, and I beat a great fighter for it, you know. That was more important to me.
Michael Gomez is here. He's obviously laying down a challenge to you. What's your answer to that?
Well, I mean, Michael Gomez has really got nothing to offer now. You know, he's a bit out.
He has beaten you.
He has beaten me, yeah, but I'm not a deceitful, revengeful person. You know, it's not my nature. You know, I believe that I fight for God and for the glory of God, and you know, and that's what I've done tonight.
So that fight won't happen, the rematch with Gomez?
Well, he really needs something to offer me. You know, he's really not got nothing to offer. You know, what's he got? Well, what's he got? He's got nothing. He got knocked out in his last fight, you know, so.
So what about the European title? Boris Sinitsyn's the champion. Is that a fight you want?
Well, we'll see if they can make the fight, you know, and I was hoping that maybe Craig can give me loads of advice and hopefully help train me for the Boris Sinitsyn fight.
Find any words of encouragement for Craig?
Oh, Craig, I mean, I would imagine that this belt, you know, I'll be moving on and I mean, Craig's, the future's there for him, you know. He's he's easily the next best super featherweight to myself, and this will be Craig's belt before long. You know, there's nobody to stand up to him in this country.
Great fight. Congratulations to both of you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, congratulations indeed. But Arthur is the man at British level. Barry and Glenn next on that display by our new champion. And our next action, welterweight Gary Young against Victor Baranov.